prophecy of commanding the winds. The wind, calling the wind. Son of man, prophesy to the wind. The winds came forth, they brought forth their kings, and the wind blew on the sea, the earth, and the trees. Daniel chapter 7, verse 2. Daniel spake, and I said, I saw in my vision by night, and behold, the four winds of the heavens strove upon the great sea. And four great beasts came up from the sea, diverse one from another. And when the winds blew, the kingdoms of the beasts rose. The first beast was Babylon. Daniel chapter 7, verse 4. And the first was like a lion, and had eagle's wings. And I beheld till the wings thereof were plucked, and it was lifted up from the earth, and made stand upon the feet as a man, and a man's heart was given to it. And this is what occurs when the winds blow upon the great sea, is that the beast's kingdom would rise up with power. This occurs in the last days when the winds are withheld until the proper time, the appointed time in that day, that the winds will blow on the earth, the sea, and the trees, and the beast and his kingdom will rise with full authority. Revelation chapter 7, verse 1 through 3. And after these things I saw four angels standing on the four corners of the earth, holding the four winds of the earth, that the wind should not blow on the earth, nor the sea, nor any tree. And I saw another angel ascending from the east, having the seal of the living God, and he cried with a loud voice to the four angels to whom it was given to hurt the earth and the sea, saying, Hurt not the earth, neither the sea, nor the trees, till we have sealed the servants of our God in their foreheads. And the winds are not permitted to blow until we seal the 144,000 on their foreheads. And after the sealing of the 144,000 and the exodus occur, the winds are allowed to blow on the earth, the sea, and the trees. And the beast, the false prophet, and the kings of the earth are united under the winds. Revelation chapter 13, verse 1 talks about the beast rising out of the sea when the winds blow on the sea. And I stood upon the sand of the sea, and I saw a beast rise up out of the sea, having 7 heads and 10 horns, and upon his horns 10 crowns, and upon his heads the name of blasphemy. But what happens when the winds blow on the earth? Yes, the winds blow on the earth, and the false prophet is risen up with power. And I beheld, Revelation chapter 13, verse 11, and I beheld another beast come up out of the earth, and he had 2 horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon. So we know that the false prophet rises to power when the winds blow on the earth. But what about the trees? What happens when the wind blows upon the trees? The kings, they're risen up from the wind. Revelation chapter 13, verse 1 says, And I stood upon the sand of the sea, and saw the beast rise up out of the sea, having 7 heads and 10 horns, and upon his horns 10 crowns, and upon his heads the name of blasphemy. Here we see the horns having 10 crowns. These 10 crowns are the kings. After everybody's exodused out, then the prophet prophesies to the wind, and the wind blows on the earth, the sea, and the trees, and the 10 kings, the beast, and the false prophet sack Jerusalem, as the city is surrounded. Revelation chapter 17, verse 15 through 18 says, And he saith unto me, The waters which thou sawest where the whore sitteth are peoples and multitudes and nations and tongues. And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh, and burn her with fire. For God hath put it in their hearts to fulfill his will, and to agree to give their kingdom unto the beast, until the words of God be fulfilled. And the woman which thou sawest is that great city which reigneth over the kings of the earth. And this is those 10 kings, which are the trees. And just as the king of Babylon was risen up when the winds blew on the great sea, he was risen up and kings were placed under him. The same will occur to the beast when the wind blows on the sea. The beast is risen up, and he will have his 10 crowns, which are the 10 kings, and that is the trees. Jeremiah 27, 1 through 7 says, In the beginning of the reign of Jehoiakim, the son of Josiah, the king of Judah, came the word unto Jeremiah from the Lord, saying, Thus saith the Lord to me, Make thee bonds and yokes, and put them upon thy neck, and send them to the king of Edom, and to the king of Moab, and to the king of the Ammonites, and to the king of Tyrus, and to the king of Zidon, by the hand of the messengers which come to Jerusalem unto Zedekiah the king of Judah, and command them to say unto their masters, Thus saith the Lord of hosts, the God of Israel, Thus shall ye say unto your masters, I have made the earth, the man, and the beasts that are upon the ground, by my great power and my outstretched arm have given it unto whom it seemed meet to me. And now I have given all these lands into the hand of Nebuchadnezzar the king of Babylon, my servant, and the beasts of the field have I given him also to serve him. And all nations shall serve him, and his son, until the very time of his land come, and then many nations and great kings shall serve themselves of him. And it shall come to pass that the nation and kingdom which will not serve the same Nebuchadnezzar the king of Babylon, and that will not put their neck under the yoke of the king of Babylon, that nation will I punish, saith the Lord, with the sword, and with the famine, and with the pestilence, until I have consumed them by his hand. In the same likeness, the king of Babylon was given all the kings of the world to serve him. And Jerusalem is that prophetic Babylon. When the king of Babylon comes in and takes it and rules from Jerusalem, that is the Antichrist. And the kings are those 10 crowns, which are the trees, are serving him for the end. Revelation chapter 17, verse 12 through 13. And the 10 horns which thou sawest are 10 kings, which have received no kingdom as yet, but receive power as kings 1 hour with the beast. These have one mind, and shall give their power and strength unto the beast. And just like the king of Babylon, it was the will of God that the kings would serve the king of Babylon. The kings of the earth were told that they were going to serve the king of Babylon as it was God's will. The same thing occurs in the end times for the Antichrist. The world's leaders are given over to the Antichrist by the will of God. Revelation chapter 17, verse 17 says, For God hath put in their hearts to fulfill his will, and to agree, and give their kingdom unto the beast, until the words of God should be fulfilled. And yes, I will command the winds. I will command these winds. And you say, What man has authority to command the winds? And did they not say that in the scriptures? Matthew chapter 8, verse 26 and 27. And he saith unto them, Why are ye fearful, O ye of little faith? When he arose and rebuked the winds and the sea, and there was a great calm. But the men marveled, saying, What manner of man is this, that even the winds and the sea obey him? Christ has delegated authority and power in the earth. And I will command these winds. And those winds will be blown at the appointed time and released on the earth, on the sea, and they will blow on the trees. Because Jerusalem will be handed over to the Antichrist. And the people will be sealed of the 144,000, and they will exodus out safely to the place before the winds blow on the earth, the sea, and the trees, as the beast sacks Jerusalem after everybody exoduses. And this is the end times prophecy of commanding the winds, the prophecy of command the winds.